I absolutely swear to you that nothing on earth tastes better than having abs feels. I promise. Lean is law. If you are lean, you are just automatically more attractive and you feel more confident. So when you're thinking of bending that elbow to lift the spoon or fork into your mouth, just think about how good it's going to feel if you're just lean as fuck and just let that do its work on you. I absolutely.
Hey man, he's right. Lean is law. Getting lean is literally like a cheat code. It's like when you play video games, and if anybody played GTA and on a PS2, and then you had those like up, down, left, right, square, triangle, and you get like unlimited guns or more money or more health. That's what being lean is like. It's like you just have more power, literally more power. Like it's a unlimited resource of power. All right, because think about it. For instance, for me, before I was lean, and you guys know my story. If you don't, I at least started off at 112 pounds, skinny as f. I was super skinny, 112 pounds, super skinny. I couldn't even bench press two tens on each side. I was so weak I couldn't even bench press two tens on each side. I was that weak. I couldn't do 25 and 25. I couldn't even do that. What was it? 95 pounds. I couldn't even do that. You know. So when you go from that weak, that unconfident, feeling worthless, feeling like, you're not a man, feeling like, you know, no girl wants to talk to you. Once you go through that feeling of being super, 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 super skinny, and then you go from that to transform to being lean and strong and muscular, you got women looking at you, now you got a beard, now everything's coming to fruition. And that all came from just being leaner. All that came from being leaner. Literally, and I've seen both sides of it. I've been super, super, super skinny, and I've been to a point where I've held on to more weight, I held on to more body fat. It's been times that I went to the beach one time with my girlfriend, like, a few 3, 4 years ago, and I didn't even want to take my shirt off at the beach. It's like 2021. I didn't even want to take my shirt off at the beach. I was working out, I was in the gym, but I wasn't lean. That's the misconception. Like, at one point in time, I got to the point where I was super skinny, but put on some muscle. But what did I do? I dirty bulked. I dirty bulked my way into putting on weight. So I would go get the Burger King meals, the McDonald's meals. I would have like a hyper protein milkshake. I'll put ice cream in it. I'll put caramel in it, a banana, peanut butter. I was trying to put on weight any means necessary, any means. you know. And the funny thing about that is, I thought if I put on more weight, I'll be stronger, I'll be better, I'll be more attractive. No, the girls really didn't even look at me even in any more way. Just putting on weight. I remember one time in the bedroom, but I couldn't even get hard, get an erection. I was eating that fucking much. I was trying to put on weight that fucking much. I was really stuffing myself to the point where, when you guys are quote unquote bulking, right? But when I was dirty bulking, I dirty bulked my way into like my stomach was so fucking protruding that I couldn't even, fucking get hard. The blood flow was just going to my stomach, to the point where I had to lay down and take a fucking nap at the like 2 or 3 meals, to a point where at night I was up eating at night trying to get bigger, trying to gain weight. Well, guess what? My girl at the time is one in that D. And I couldn't give it to her because I was eating. I'm trying to get bigger. I'm trying to get swole. And if I just knew that lean is law, if I just knew that I can do the same thing but still stay lean, but still have a healthier balance of lean body mass while building muscle, that would have saved me so much heartache, so much pain, so much money. I spent so much money on groceries. I was spending like $400 on the groceries every single week back then, just trying to get bigger, just trying to put on more weight, just trying to put on more muscle. But like you said, there's no better feeling than having abs, than literally having those hunger pains from having abs, you know. Because it's one thing to be super super skinny, It's one thing to be super super skinny. It's one thing to feel like you can't even lift your girlfriend up. She's heavier than you, even though she only weighs 140 pounds, and you weigh 120 max. You're not strong at all. You 5'9", so when you walk outside, you feel short. You feel smaller automatically. Your clothes just don't fit the same. You try to wear tank tops, and you don't see this muscle. No, there's no muscle there. It's a line when you wear tank top. It's just a straight line. That's a terrible feeling. That's a terrible feeling, man. It makes you not want to go outside. It makes you not want to even want to go to the beach. You don't even want to have fun. You just want to escape, play video games, and just escape. You don't want to show your face on content. You don't even feel confident making content. That's how much being lean plays a factor. And if you build lean muscle, that's how much that shit plays a factor. Because once you do build lean muscle, once you do get in the shape you want, once you do have the body you want, there's no limits no more. There's no more insecurities. There's no more, looking yourself in the mirror and thinking you're fat or thinking you're skinny. There's no more, not taking your shirt off. You will willingly do whatever you want to do. Willingly. Literally, you want to do whatever the fuck you want to do once you get lean. And the women see it. The women can see the confidence in you. The women can see the confidence that protrudes out of you once you get lean. Like once you get lean, like I said, I was in the Amish market with my girl the other day, and we went to the Amish market. It's so packed, and she was like, "You're the best looking man in here. You're the best man in shape in here." And I was like, "Yeah, I know. I feel that. I know." Cause it was women looking at me, it was guys looking at me, giving me the head nod. Yo, what's up? Women looking at me, staring, looking me in the eyes, saying, saying they can go past. Like, yeah, no problem, let's go ahead. Like that's the type of energy you get. That's the type of energy you get. You go to the gym and you gotta go asking, hey, this exercise, do you know how to do this or that? They ask you questions on fitness. They just assume you know what's right. They assume that you know what you're doing. Just by looking at your body, looking at how you look, they assume that you already know what you're doing. So once you get in shape, you already gain the status of I know exactly what the fuck I'm doing around here, no matter what it is. Why? Because I'm in shape. I'm lean. I have abs. And I still have muscle. I still have more muscle than you. That's how I gotta think. I still have more muscle than the average man, and I'm leaner than the average man. So when you guys are on your journey and working out every single day and hitting your nutrition, you got to remember you can pick two pains. There's two pains you can pick. You can pick the pain of staying the same. Maybe you're 115 pounds right now, skinny, you know loser, clothes don't fit you, wearing baggy ass clothes, it's terrible. Or you're the guy who's, let's say, 30 pounds overweight, and you gotta get leaner. You let yourself go. In college, you was the man. You played football, basketball, baseball. You was an athlete. You was the man in college. But that 9 to 5 job, has you stuck right now. That 9 to 5 job has you spinning your wheels. Your boss is on your ass. Your wife, your girlfriend. If you have kids, all that pressure, all that stress is on your ass right now. And guess what? The only person who can change that is you. So you got two pains. You can stay in this one pain where your reality is what it is now. You're skinny as fuck. You're fat as fuck. You need to change. That's the pain. That's the pain right now you're sitting in right now of not being good enough, of waking up every single day, not wanting to take your shirt off in the fucking mirror, not wanting to take pictures of your own fucking physique, not taking a risk on chances in your life, especially if you're a single man, not approaching a woman you want to approach, not being sexually desirable from your own girlfriend or from your own wife, not being a superhero in your kids' eyes because you're so fucking out of shape. That's the first pain. Or you could take the pain of stop eating so much goddamn food. Cut some calories down. Add more fruits and vegetables in your diet. Up your protein intake. Lower your fat intake. Lower your carb intake. Drink more water. Lay off the alcohol. Go to bed hungry at night some nights. Stop stuffing your face every fucking day. That's the other pain you can go through. Going to the gym 4 to 5 days a week and sweating that shit out. Doing cardio 4 days a week, sweat that shit out. Going for walks, waking up early, doing ab workouts 4 to 5 days a week. That's the fucking pain you have to choose. You can only pick two. It's two choices. You either do the work or you don't do the work. In 3 to 5 years from now, all the work you're doing right now or the work you're not doing right now will show 3 to 5 years from now. So you have to make that choice. You have to make that decision. Is it time to lock in? Is it time to really believe that lean is law? Is it time for you to finally get the fucking power up boost? The cheat code power up boost? Is it time for you to get that yet? Or I used to be the same guy, kind of waiting along and trying to figure out a shortcut to the system. You know, are you gonna sit and just watch everybody else get in shape? Watch your wife and watch or your girlfriend look at the guy who's on Instagram with abs and shredded and lean, and she got set up for you. I've been through that pain. I've been skinny as fuck, and this girl showed me a picture of a nigga with a fucking 8 pack. I'm like, damn, that's crazy. I'm skinny as fuck. I'm like, damn, he got a lot of muscle. I wish I had that muscle. That's how you should think. Now, I am that guy, and you can be too. You can be too. You can be desirable as well. You can be attractive as well. But you gotta pick the pain. You gotta pick the pain. And for me, like you said, there's no better pain and there's no better hunger than ab hunger. Let's get it. Let's go.